Hey, I've got a 2013 Dodge Caravan, and I'm trying to change I did change the emergency brake cable, the front one that connects to the pedals. So there is very little, if any, information out there on how to do this. There is a clock spring in here that needs to be set so you can get enough slack in the cable at the other end, and I'm going to show you this. It's in. I just got it. I've spent probably a week trying to figure this out, and I just figured it out on my own. So I'm working on this alone, so I've got to do everything by hand. The one thing you want to make sure is when you're setting this, that your retractor this is very interesting here. This is going to show up, dang it. There is a little, damn it. There's a little spring in there, and I just used a standard little screwdriver and ran it in there. It bypasses the stop, so you can pull, and because this is all spring loaded, so you can pull the tension on the cable and get enough slack in it to connect it to that connection underneath. And there isn't any information, so I'm just showing you that this screwdriver, I've got it wedged in there holding the spring open. So this little gear, dang it, this little gear is your tensioner. I can't stick my finger in there. Anyway, hopefully you can see this, but if you release the tension on that little spring that comes out to this tab, that's how it'll freewheel, and you can pull as much slack as you want. So underneath, again, I'm doing this by myself. I did the vice grip to hold the cable, but look at how much slack I've got, and I've got it in there. So a lot of times my slack was like, oh geez, 2 inches back, and I just couldn't get enough slack. But I finally figured it out. If I release this vice grip, okay, I'm set. There's that union, and that's how you get the cable in. So again, it's all up here. The tension is in this spring here. Now I can theoretically pull this out. See, and it just clicked. So now I can show you guys, and hopefully you can see it. Mine was not even in the groove. So this little wire, this little spring, needs to be in that wedge, or in that little cutout. Mine wasn't. It was below it. It wasn't touching it. So it wasn't releasing the tension. But in order for one person to bypass and to pull enough slack, otherwise you'd have one person pulling with the vice grips on one end, and you would be here, playing with this to get this retractor to preload. So again, in order for it to set, this is how much slack you need. So this ferrule before was up here. Well, I needed about this much. I needed about 1 inch, and this is very awkward. It's I was practicing my swear words, but you need is this much slack from here to here in order to gain it on the other end. And I wish this thing would focus, but it's just not. Anyway, any questions, leave them in the comments, but figured it out, and we're good to go. Thank you.